D, what's the adjustment that you all can make when you have the certain identity that you all have, rim and paint first, but you have a team out there that'll shoot 49, 53s?
Yeah, just be a little closer to our mans. Don't overhelp. I feel like a lot of those, I think personally I overhelp on a few. Gave up a few wide open threes for them. So just, being more active. Don't let them make the straight line, dry passes, and, just don't make it easy on them.
What was beneficial about the extra day, Delon, to kind of look at things as you watched over yesterday? What were some of the things that stood out?
Yeah, some guys are banged up, so extra day of rest helps us. We watched some film. We got to see what we did wrong, and now we're going to make our adjustments and come out with a better game plan.
First couple of top of the list priority thing in terms of adjustments, like that you had a couple of days. Obviously, the extra day does help considering how many games you've been playing lately. But what are the top adjustments, top priorities for game two?
I think number one is for the starters. We talked about them coming out with a better start. They got out to a 14-0 lead, and then we kind of was fighting an uphill battle. So I think if we get out to a better start, the momentum for us will be a lot better to come into a game like that.
Delon, when facing a team like Boston, it seems like statistically on paper, they're one of the better teams maybe ever. Do you feel like maybe you have to play a near perfect game to beat them, or is that maybe the goal every single game?
Yeah, they're a good team, but our room for error is not as high as theirs. So we do have to play a good game. But I don't know if it have to be a near perfect game. We just have to make some adjustments on what we did wrong, and I think we'll give ourselves a better chance. We just can't let them get out to a 30 plus lead on us. So we'll come back better game two.
What has Coach Eric been preaching about most?
We just watched film the first day and watched our mistakes. So I'm pretty sure today he'll have a different approach for our practice, and we'll see.
Duncan made a comment that essentially with how many threes Boston puts up and almost 50 in that first game, he's like, they're going to take them, that's fine, but we don't know if the discrepancy can be that wide where they're taking so many more than we do. Is that something that you feel like you felt out there, or is it something where it's like, again, if you guys just do clean up a few things, that it's not as big? How big the discrepancy is there?
No, definitely. They at one point I looked up there, it was like 30 plus threes, so are like 7 or 8. We're gonna have to, we're not gonna be able to limit them, their threes, just make it tougher on them. But we do have to put up more threes. Don't pass up the open shot. Like I say, I'm always myself. I pass up a few. I just have to let it fly. And same with the other guys that they're leaving open. We have to let it fly and make sure that they go in.
Was there anything you saw in particular that I think it was the best quarter you've had scoring-wise in your career, regular season or playoffs, Sunday? Was there anything you saw out there that you feel like you guys can take more advantage of, or that you felt personally?
Yeah, they're shooting an open shot. They're leaving some guys open. They're doubling off Tyler certain situations or Bam, and they're leaving guys like me, Caleb, H, a little more open than we expect. So we got to take the open shot.
All right. You said the other day, sometimes that extra day is helpful. Was it? How beneficial was it as you get out on the court today?
Yeah, I think it was. You just, you get that extra day just to kind of replay everything that went wrong, and realize some of the things that you need to translate over to the next game, especially like having a better start, just having a better approach, and it just gives you that extra day just to think about everything.
Caleb, you answered it the other day about the foul, but there's been a lot made in the last 24, 48 hours about that foul. What are your thoughts on the thought that this was some sort of intentional act or something?
Yeah, anybody who knows me, I'm not. I don't feel the need to try to take out guys in order to beat, in order to beat somebody. I like to, obviously I like to. The first thing I did to turn around and check if he was okay. If I was trying to take somebody out, I'd have just kept walking away. And that's just not who I am. It's the playoffs. Hard fouls happen all the time, and if the roles are switched, I don't think anybody would have been calling it a code red. So that just happened, and if anybody watches it, I clearly got pushed into him. I was going for a putback dunk, and the push changed the trajectory, and it's just, this stuff just happens. Guys are playing full speed, and things happen. So I never try to hurt somebody.
How surprised were you when you kind of heard everything that was being made of it afterward?
I wasn't too surprised, honestly. It's that time of year where things get, amplified, and everybody likes to try to have a say in something, and it's just that time of year. Anything that's done wrong or hard fouls happen to certain people, they're going to be made out to, like you're trying to take guys out and stuff like that. So I mean, that's just what comes with this time of year. So I'm not tripping.
Caleb, what is the proper defensive adjustment when you have such a staunch philosophy of protecting and painting the rim, but they're willing to shoot 53?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, that's why they're the number one team, in the league, and it's tough. We got to do tough things and try to, you can't necessarily cut off everything. You can just try to do your best with that and make it as tough as possible. And I think if some shots go down on our end and while we're making things tough for them, it gives us a better chance. So, it's just in order to get tough plays, you got to do tough things. So that's what we're trying to do.
Similar to that, Caleb, what's the challenge going zone against them as you guys try to do there, given the new personnel that they have there? Is there any adjustments you have to make in the zone to kind of tighten up?
I mean, their ability to space the floor, shoot the ball, and then also you got guys that they got guards. From their guards to their bigs, they go in there and rebound the ball really well. So, you just know it's going to be tough bounces all over the place, shooting almost 53s at a large distance. You're going to have some bad bounces. So just trying to put a body on guys to be able to rebound and cut off second chance points.